Yeah, I was vice captain in 18, and we had quite a bigger role than I expected actually. A lot to do with picking the teams. Really, the captain has a lot going on. He's having to deal with getting the team in, and there's a lot of decisions going in with the captain, so the vice captains have to pick up a lot of the slack and make sure they're on the ball with everything, in terms of how the players are playing, who's wanting to play with who, what do the stats say, mentally do these guys get along, do their personalities fit? I mean, there's so much that goes into it. We've been working quite hard really for a couple of months now, weekly calls with all the vice captains and captain, and yeah, we're kind of getting to crunch time now, so it'll be fun Sunday night just to see how this tournament Wentworth plays out and who the picks are, and we'll finally be able to put a real good plan into place. We know 90% of the team, but
what do you think the biggest factor is? The selection, or can you personally play? Do the captains play much of a role once it starts in terms of the results, or do you pretty much have to accept this over the players and sit back and just relax them?
I think there are certain key decisions that can affect how a Ryder Cup turns out, but in the end, the players have to play well and make those putts, and that's not really anything we can do. We certainly don't try to coach the players. They're all individuals, but it's different because we're a team, but we're individuals. So you still got to treat them as individuals, but in a kind of a team atmosphere. So,
did you prefer that as a player, just being left to your own devices, go about your own game plan?
Again, we have so much nowadays with profiling and everything. Like, we kind of understand how certain players tick.
Yeah.
Certain players want someone there that's very talkative. Certain players want someone that's a little bit more quiet. Some people need telling what to do. Some people just do what they want to do. It's just like everything's quite different. So it's quite a lot of things to manage, and you're just going to understand that on each player, and how to best talk to them, how to get the most out of them, how to encourage them. Sometimes you don't have to encourage them because they just don't need that. So it's sort of learning all that stuff.
It's alien in golf as well, right? Because golf is such a you've got your caddy, you've got you and your caddy, and you and your caddy against the world, just to a point. And then all of a sudden you're playing with different people, you're playing with different caddies. You're all
But that was psyched up. Fun too.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Who handled you best as a coach, or can you as a captain, can you remember a specific moment where someone did anything that made you play better or helped you?
I'd need someone to tee it up on the first hole for me.
Four very different captains. I went, and obviously Langer was very detail orientated. He was on every par 3, telling you what club, who hit, what this did. Very, very, as you would expect, but Langer to be.
Precision.
But I really enjoyed that. I think that was good for me. I wanted someone to structure. I wanted someone to tell me what to do, where to be, what I needed to do. Certain guys aren't that way, but that was my way. So I enjoyed his captaincy. Wisdom 2 years later wasn't, but very different. Very kind of, just do what you want to do. Kind of, we had the same result. So again, that goes back to that question before. Like, sometimes it doesn't really matter, and there isn't a specific coaching style, I think, that suits everyone. So Alathabau was, kind of a quiet guy, but at times became like this vibrant ball of energy, very passionate. The Spanish kind of came out, and you saw a different side of him. Like, we were down, getting beat pretty handily the first night, and he got pretty upset and angry and tried to fire us up, and we were like, oh, this is different. So just very different experiences, but good experiences. We won all of them, so
good players.
Can't argue with that, can you?
Good players.
Matt, how would you say you as a captain? What would you tend to think your style would be?
Pretty detail oriented. Again, I think, as I said, I sort of really enjoy. I think maybe it was my first one, but I enjoyed Langer's approach. It's very detail oriented. There's no kind of crossing all the T's and dotting the I's and just being prepared that way. But I'm learning a lot from his last 2 vice captain roles, and it's changing all the time. More information. We're constantly learning kind of the best kind of way to go about it, give us the best chance. So it's nice to be involved.